Good morning, children. I hope all of you are safe and staying at home during this horrible coronavirus infection. So, we are going to start online classes, which is new for both of us, you and me too. So, these classes have been initiated so that the dear children do not lose all the sulci and gyri of their cerebral cortex and doesn't allow it to go into disuse atrophy. So today I will start with the oxidation of fatty acids and ketogenesis. So let us first have an introduction of this chapter. Fatty acids are broken down in the mitochondria by oxidation to acetyl coenzyme A, and in this process it generates a large amount of energy. So when this process is proceeding at a high rate, acetoacetate, beta hydroxybutyrate and acetone are produced by the liver. These three compounds are collectively known as the ketone bodies. Acetoacetate and beta hydroxybutyrate are used as fuels by the extrahepatic tissues in normal metabolism. Now, the overproduction of ketone bodies causes a condition known as ketosis. So, increased fatty acid oxidation and the consequent ketosis is a characteristic seen in patients or persons with starvation and also of severe uncontrolled diabetes mellitus. Now, ketone bodies are acidic, and if they are produced in excess over long periods, as for example in a severe uncontrolled diabetic patient, they cause a condition known as ketoacidosis, which is fatal if it is not corrected urgently. Now, because gluconeogenesis is dependent on fatty acid oxidation, any impairment in the fatty acid oxidation leads to hypoglycemia. Now, this occurs in various states of carnitine deficiency or the deficiency of essential enzymes in fatty acid oxidation. For example, the carnitine palmitoyl transferase or the inhibition of fatty acid oxidation by poisons, for example, hypoglycemia. So let us start with the oxidation of fatty acids. Oxidation of fatty acids, this occurs inside the mitochondria. Although acetyl coenzyme A is both an endpoint of fatty acid catabolism and the starting substrate for fatty acid synthesis, breakdown is not simply the reverse of the biosynthetic pathway. This is an entirely separate process and it takes place in different compartments of the cell. The separation of fatty acid oxidation inside the mitochondria from the biosynthesis inside the cytosol allows each process to be individually controlled and integrated with the tissue requirement of both energy and fat. Now, each step in fatty acid oxidation involves an acyl coenzyme A derivative. It is catalyzed by separate enzymes. This utilizes the coenzyme NAD plus and FAD and it generates ATP. Now, fatty acid oxidation is an aerobic process requiring the presence of oxygen. Fatty acids are transported in the blood as free fatty acids. Free fatty acids are also known as unesterified or non-esterified fatty acids, and they are fatty acids that are in the unesterified state. That is, they are not attached to any other molecule. Inside the plasma, longer chain fatty acids or free fatty acids, they are combined with albumin. Inside the cell, they are attached to a fatty acid binding protein. So, if you look at it, in fact, they are never really free. Shorter chain fatty acids are more water soluble and they exist as the unionized acid or as a fatty acid anion. Before being utilized, the fatty acids have to be activated. That is, they must be converted to an active intermediate before they can enter the catabolic pathway of beta oxidation. In this picture, what you see is the outer and the inner membrane of the mitochondria with the intermembrane space in between. On the outer mitochondrial membrane, you have two enzymes, the acyl coenzyme synthetase and the carnitine palmitoyl transferase 1. On the inner mitochondrial membrane, you have the carnitine acyl carnitine translocase and the carnitine palmitoyl transferase 2. So let us take it up one by one. Now, when free fatty acid reaches the mitochondrial membrane, so this is the only step in the complete degradation of a fatty acid that requires energy from an ATP molecule. So in the presence of ATP and coenzyme A, the enzyme acyl coenzyme synthetase, also known as thiokinase, catalyzes the conversion of a fatty acid to an active fatty acid or acyl CoA. It using one high energy phosphate and as a result forming AMP and pyrophosphate. This pyrophosphate is subsequently hydrolyzed by inorganic pyrophosphatase with the loss of further high energy phosphate, ensuring that the overall reaction goes to completion. The acyl coenzyme synthetases are found in the endoplasmic reticulum, the peroxisomes, and the outer membrane of the mitochondria. The long chain fatty acids, they cross the inner mitochondrial membrane as a carnitine derivatives. So we have a condition where free fatty acids of less than 12 carbon size, they can cross the inner membrane without the aid of carnitine. So what is carnitine? Carnitine chemically is beta hydroxy gamma trimethyl ammonium butyrate, and this is widely distributed and is particularly abundant in muscles. In our diet, it is present in meat. It can also be synthesized in our body from the amino acid lysine and methionine inside the liver and the kidney. These long chain acyl coenzyme A, they cannot penetrate the inner membrane of the mitochondria. So, in the presence of carnitine, the enzyme carnitine palmitoyl transferase 1, which is located in the outer mitochondrial membrane, transfers the long chain acyl group from the coenzyme A to carnitine, and as a result, it forms a compound acyl carnitine and releases the coenzyme A for subsequent use. Now, acyl carnitine is able to penetrate the inner membrane and thus gain access to the beta oxidation system of enzymes via the inner membrane exchange transporter known as the carnitine acyl carnitine translocase. This transporter binds the acyl carnitine and transports it across the membrane in exchange for a molecule of carnitine. So when this carnitine is exchanged, it is used for the transfer of acyl coenzyme A across the inner mitochondrial membrane. Now the acyl group is then again inside the mitochondria transferred to coenzyme A, so that the acyl coenzyme A is reformed and carnitine is liberated. Now this reaction is catalyzed by carnitine palmitoyl transferase 2, which is located on the inner membrane of the mitochondria. So once this acyl coenzyme A is inside the mitochondria, it will subsequently enter the pathway of beta oxidation. Thank you, students, for giving me your time. In the next class, we will discuss beta oxidation in detail.